This is Analectual, and welcome back to another anime review. In today's anime review, we will be reviewing Tokyo Ghoul Season 1 and 2. So, let's get right into it. Tokyo Ghoul starts out basically where there's a world full of ghouls, and there's a couple different groups. There's, of course, ghouls that eat people, and there are bad ghouls and stuff, and there are people, an organization that want to kill all ghouls. They don't care. And then there's kind of this middle ground where there's these ghouls that are good. They don't actually hurt people. But like I said, there's another faction that wants to kill all ghouls and all that, even though the one ghouls aren't doing anything wrong. But okay. So the story starts out with our character Ken Kaneki, who's a kid, and he has a run-in with a ghoul, a girl. There's a girl that he doesn't know that's a ghoul, and I believe he's running from her. And an accident happens, some stuff falls through the city or whatever, and ends up crushing them both. But Ken Kaneki can be saved, so they take the organs from the girl, which the doctors and everything don't know that that's a ghoul, and thus he becomes half human, half ghoul, and you go through the first good bit of the series with him coping with it, because he first finds out because ghouls can't eat normal food. They have to eat people. They have to eat human flesh. So he ends up meeting this girl Toka, and she's basically working at this cafe. This cafe is run by these ghouls that are not bad ghouls. They like humans, and they don't hate humans, and they keep to themselves. And Kaneki kind of goes there to kind of try to fit in, I guess, and to cope with being a ghoul. From there, you go with the different factions fighting and different things happening, and Kaneki trying to come to grips with reality that he is half ghoul now. And it's a neat series. The story is different, and I kind of like it. So there's the story. Now the characters, I'm not going to go over too many characters really, because there are a few, but to me the characters are okay in Tokyo Ghoul. Kaneki himself is really timid and really scared, and he's just he wants to be a pacifist. He doesn't want any fighting. He doesn't want to have any fighting or anything like that. He wants to be a pacifist, and he's just really scared and timid. Well, that's in basically most of the first season. That's how he is, and then he ends up changing. But you'll see that if you watch the series yourself. And then you got he has a best friend, and he has, like I said, Toka, who is also a ghoul, who goes to a human school too, and her friend bakes cakes and stuff, and bakes all kinds of food, and she always tries to eat it and say it's good, but then she ends up throwing it back up, because ghouls who eat normal food makes themselves sick. But she's kind of like a I wouldn't say a bitch, but something like that. Sort of a snarky, smartass, kind of meh type of girl, I guess, who works at Untaku, which is the cafe. And so I don't know totally if there's really a love interest there between him and her. I mean, I guess it's kind of implied, but for what we got in the two seasons, there's nothing really to show that they actually became anything. Maybe in the manga, but again, I don't read manga. But that is just basically two characters. There are others, but to me, the characters aren't really that. I mean, they're okay. They serve their purpose. Now we can move on to the art and animation. The art and animation, the animation is really good. Really good for the fight scenes and for what it is, so I think it's wonderful. The art style is, normal. It's kind of more dark and gritty for what you would think of a Ghoul series to be. Gory a little bit, and just, all around good. I can't say anything wrong with it. And again, the animation is spot on with the fights and everything, so yeah, we're good in that department. And then we have the music. Now, the music, there's basically going to be cases where it's going to fall into three camps, but usually I'm going to say the two. That the music isn't bad, but there's nothing that sticks out to me personally to where I can say something really great about it. And that just means is it's okay and it serves its purpose. And that's what you're going to hear me say about most anime. Now, there are a few exceptions to where I will say that there's a soundtrack that I really like, or music from a show that I really like that sticks out to me. But even more rare than that is you'll get me saying that I hated a soundtrack or think it's bad or doesn't work. That's very rare for me to ever even think of, even more than saying I like a soundtrack. So that's kind of where it stands on the music. The music is okay. Nothing sticks out to me. Maybe it does for other people. It's just my own personal opinion, but it works for what it is. So that's the music. Now, my own personal thoughts and feelings on the series is I liked it. The second season isn't as good as the first season, so you got to get over that. And then the second season is kind of a cliffhanger. The series doesn't really end, so people are kind of clamoring for a third season, but I don't think we'll ever get a third season, but you never know, I guess. It's always something to keep hoping for that next season. That probably won't ever happen. But I did enjoy the series. I enjoyed the fights, and I just enjoyed the different kind of story from the normal types of stories that they make. So, do I think that Tokyo Ghoul is worth watching and someone should watch it? Yes, I do. If you like some fighting, and if you also like some more action, but also some more gory ghoul type stuff, then yeah, you'll definitely love this series. Now, I wouldn't recommend it to all. It might not tickle all people's fancies, but that's kind of to your discretion to kind of make. I do recommend it for if you're into those sort of things. So I think it is worth a watch. Just don't expect too much, because sometimes I think Tokyo Ghoul could be overhyped a little bit, but it's still a good series nonetheless. So do I like Tokyo Ghoul? Yeah, I like it. I think it's worth a watch. That's pretty much my thoughts and feelings on it. So what I give Tokyo Ghoul, I give Tokyo Ghoul a 5.8 out of 10, and like I said, I recommend you watch it if you're into ghouls and dark stuff and a little bit of action. I think it's a all-around decent anime, except for how the second season ends. So that's it. That's been it for me. I've been Intellectual, and thank you all for watching. Please, if you like the video, like it and tell me what you think about Tokyo Ghoul or any other videos, and just have a nice chat. So comment down below as well. And if you like my content and want more, please consider subscribing. So that's it. Thanks again. Thank you all for watching. I will see you guys in the next video.